Yeah, see, you hear this one? So I got stuff on the outside of the absolute value I need to get rid of. And we'll figure out what the solutions are. But I got to use some principles of equality to isolate my absolute values. Right now I got 2 of them, by the way, and I don't even want 2 of them. But I don't want that plus 256 first. So subtract 256 first from both sides. Okay, that zeroes that out just like I want. Now I get 2 absolute values of x's equals, 8 and a 1, and a 6, 5, 3. There we go. 368. Hopefully I did that right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, now, so that was one principle of equality, just to isolate my absolute value. Now I'll divide both sides by 2 to make it just the absolute value of x, which now equals, it looks like 184. Okay.
Yep.
Now, as awesome as that feels, like, holy crap, we just did a lot of work right there and it feels good, we're not done. We got to split this up, right? Now again, these 2 arrows, these 2 lines coming out of the absolute value, that represents the inside of the absolute value. Meaning, if I could get x to be 184, I'd get a true statement right there, okay? But if I could get x to equal the negative 184, that would be true as well. And again, this negative part right here, the positive, I hope is kind of obvious. Or if it's not right now, hopefully it will someday. But the negative, this one is where we get some problems. It's like, well, if I put a negative 184 in there, does it make it a true statement? Yes, it does. Yeah. Replace your x with negative 184, you'll get a positive 184 because it's 184 units away from 0, okay? Now, if by chance, and this is more hypotheticals because we're going to see them, but if, let's say you had like x plus 2, then you would have written x plus 2 here and x plus 2 there, and then you'd have to use more principles of equality to solve. But for now, it's just x, which is just a nice starter problem for us, a nice little introduction, give us a little foothold to launch off of, okay? But that right there, since there was nothing else to do after we split these up, we'll just write it as one equality. X equals 184, comma, and I think on some of the problems on the homework, they want you to use that comma right there. I just don't think that they care if it's small and then big, or big then small like I have. It doesn't matter. As long as you get the 2 right answers, it should be good. Before you ever do any splitting like I did right here, you have to isolate those absolute values like that.